Been so quiet at the marina. You don't hear any engines running. I mean, people be there sitting there, sipping their little martinis and stuff. When I turn the key, just takes a flick of the wrist and then... There's just something about it. It's kind of like putting an apartment house in the water and then making it scream along at high speed. When I think about it, what went into it? All the day laborers that got fiberglass particles in their lungs, risking oat-cell cancer to make the hull of the boat. Probably 50, 60 people breathing in noxious fumes, potentially lethal fiberglass fibers in their lungs to make the hull. Oh, God. When I think of the men that worked in the machine shop, cutting off their fingers to make the prop shaft, sparks flying in their face to sharpen the blood. When I think about it, the poor immigrants in sweatshops making the carpets, the mine workers killed when the roof caved in while they were trying to get my Danish marble out of the ground. It makes it only sweeter. And then, when I think of our men, millions of dollars of military might in the Persian Gulf, protecting the Strait of Hormuz, just so that I can go. Suck that down! And you guys that are down there in the military, I appreciate you keeping the Strait of Hormuz open for me now. I mean, you talk about a heady rush. I love firewalling the throttles and looking over my shoulder at the hapless fish who happen to be sucking algae off the prop right at the moment I went boom. I look at that big pool of red behind me. This fish, sucked in by tremendous torque, are eaten alive by the bronze-spitting death. God, it turns me on. Do that bottom pink. Slowly. Killing barnacles torturously as they try for purchase on a hull that's been poisoned. God. I love it. The tremendous investment in electronic gear. Sure, a lot of boats have chart plotters and sat nav. Sure, a lot of boats have radar, depth finders, fish finders. How many boats you know got sonar, buddy? I can pinpoint a skeeter's tweeter at 100 yards with this. Look at it. Oh, man. And then the best part of all, you have a tremendous raucous on board. Ah, man. There's this one housing community that just went up. And they got their little stinking boats floating out in front of it. And the big sign went up. No wake zone. And I got to thinking, here all these people, they build these houses, they put up these docks, they buy these boats. What do you expect when you got a boat? Hey! You don't want wake? Move into a trailer park. Yeah, but the police will write you up if you go blowing by there, so I get my revenge in other ways. I'll go by there about midnight and gently back that thing around, working the engines against one another, get right up to their docks, to where their stinking little condos are. Then about the stroke of midnight, buddy. Yeah, and then, before that, then I hit the gas. I'm out of it. The simple pleasures. But I'm telling you what, when you go below deck, on deck you got the noise, the roar of the engines. You got the smell of the fumes and the carcinogens caused by the burning of irreplaceable fossil fuel. You have the wind and the splashing, but then you go below decks, there's a pressure lock. It's got an electric eye, and when you stand in front of the door, like, on Star Trek, it goes, and the door opens, then you walk through, it closes again, and then when you step inside, it's soundproof. So all you hear when you're inside the boat is Benson at the piano and people discussing weighty issues. So tell me, will Tower make it in or what? A bottle of scotch. Womanizing. Really? Who cares? Can the guy do the job or he can't do the job? That's really what matters. Maybe a little scotch would help put everything in perspective. Get half in a bag, you can't go to war, can you? Hey, who needs a re-up? More Cristal, anyone? More Cristal? Oh, there you go. I can make it, but I'd rather buy it from France. They do a better job. Yeah. All right, well, if anybody needs anything else, we have some whooping crane eggs that we'll be serving. Quite a delicacy. And have you tried the chocolate-covered praying mantises? I know it sounds a little gross, but I'm telling you what. Knowing there's only a few of them around makes it extra sweet. I'm going back on my deck. Y'all need me. I'll be up with Captain Martinez. Yeah, man. Sweet. The problem with a big crowd, though, on board is you can't research everybody. Right in the middle of cocktails. And somebody was telling me about the new Jane Fonda tape they bought. And how the workout is incredible. And what an incredible woman she is. I froze there for a second. I nearly heaved my gut. Somebody, what a Jane! I waited until everybody went for a swim. Till we found a really quiet cove. And I waited until that maggot was in the water. I said, well, hey, you just done your Jane Fonda tape. You must be in a great cardiovascular shape. Come on, everybody, come back on board the boat. And let's all have a beer. Let me see if you can swim from one side of the cove to the other. What do you think? And the guy said, piece of cake, and he started swimming. That's when I reached into my pocket, pulled out my Swiss Army knife, and I cut my vein. My left wrist. Just slashed it right open so the blood was pumping out with every beat of my heart. People, what the hell are you doing? I took my meaty arm, 17 and change, and laid over the side of the GoodShip and splashed it in the water. Yeah. And that blood is going. I waited until I got a little dizzy and then I clamped on pressure, and sure enough, the guy's out there going, hey, look at this, I'm already at the other side. I said, yeah. Look behind you. Sure enough, he saw the dorsal fin cut in the water. He came frantically swimming back to the boat as I casually walked out to the swim platform and pulled up the ladder, locking it in place. Walked back through the transom door, locked that shut. And as Captain Martinez put a bandage around my wrist, and the other guests watched in honor, I lit a camp. I said, tell me about your Jane Fonda tape now! You dummy sympathizing maggots of party! It's showtime! Okay, backgammon anyone?